Afterwards, Vegeta doesn't even give Guldo the satisfaction of rotting, instead opting to blow his remains to smithereens. It's not.
It only takes me back to T4 Star. Oh look, it's Goldo. You want a biscuit, boy? You want a biscuit? Have a biscuit. Hey yo, what's happening, people? It's your boy Blaze here, back to you with another one here for Venomous Reactions, and today we got ourselves some Watch Mojo here. Oh yeah, and this is the top 10 brutal Dragon Ball deaths. Woo! You know, being someone of a connoisseur of the good old Dragon Ball franchise, there's been quite some brutal deaths. And I can count just 5 of them alone, in my view. Krillin on Namek, courtesy of Frieza. Android 16, courtesy of Cell. Trunks, courtesy of Cell, twice. and we can't forget Vegeta on Namek, man. That was just so depressing. That was just so depressing. Woo! But this shot right here, and I ain't gonna lie, this one was brutal too. Yo, Krillin in Dragon Ball GT, he didn't have a chance in hell. Tragic. But yo, we gonna see what Watch Mojo is talking about with this one right here. Should be a good old trip down memory lane. So without further ado, let's get into it. Yes, sir.
You can't take her. She's not a part of you anymore.
Yo.
You're right.
Ooh.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most hardcore kills in the Dragon Ball franchise.
Yo, this is gonna be interesting. Ooh, yeah, Goku had that scouted perfectly.
Number 10, Spopovich, Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah,
You've done
yo,
well. We are now one
Babidi
step
did him
closer
cold.
to achieving our goal.
When you're as strong as us, this kind of job is like taking baby from a candy.
Even though Spopovich beat poor Videl within inches of her life, he's the one who
Facts.
doesn't make it out of the Boo Saga alive. Although, that has less to do with his treatment of women and more to do with his boss, Babidi. Spopovich only had one job: gather enough energy to resurrect Majin Buu. Once that was done, Babidi had no more use for him and terminated his employment with some majorly disturbing psychic powers.
I'm afraid I have no more use for you.
Ooh. Ooh.
Spopovich didn't exactly look pleasant before, but Babidi's torment turns him into something out of a horror film. By the time he explodes into dust, it comes as a relief.
Yo, this was a cold death, bro. Crucial,
Number 9,
crucial.
King Piccolo, Dragon Ball.
Iconic finish.
That's what you think, buddy! I still have one arm left that I can use!
As one of the nastiest villains Goku has ever faced, there's no doubt King Piccolo deserved to be knocked off his throne. We just didn't expect it to involve Goku punching straight through him.
The Super Dragon Fist. The Dragon Ball version.
We're not talking about a measly fist either. We mean Goku's whole body blows right through King Piccolo's midsection, leaving behind a hole big enough for even Shenron to fit through. Well, there's not much.
No lies, man. Yo, Goku was like, you know what? You may take one of my arms, but guess what? I'm gonna find a way to put you away for good. And he fired that Kamehameha to the ground and took flight, and it was the almighty fist straight through King Piccolo. Woo. Crucial. But I loved it.
In terms of blood and guts, the hollowed out image is still more than enough to prove this wasn't a merciful way to go. But as we said, King Piccolo definitely had it coming.
Man,
Number 8, Nature on Shenron, Dragon Ball GT.
Scared, huh? Well, I don't blame you.
In a rather poetic turn of events, Goku ensures nature and Shenron's last moments are spent feeling the exact same pain of his victims. But when the Shadow Dragon absorbed innocent lives to feast upon their energy, Goku's approach is a bit more grounded, meaning he punches nature on a lot. It's not every day you see Goku in such a bloodthirsty mood, and it's almost enough to make you feel bad for the Shadow Dragon. Almost. Never.
When you get Goku to that point, oh, especially when you mess with his family and friends, all bets are off. All bets are off. And when he has that bloodthirsty side to him, that's when you knew you messed up. Oh, you messed up. Woo!
Wanted toy with his food for too long, Goku seals the deal with a mid-air Kamehameha, vaporizing the schmuck to atoms.
So long, nuisance. Woo! Disintegration.
It's what he gets for threatening Pan.
I had to
Facts.
do it. Sorry.
You had to? Well, I have to hit you on the head.
Hey, no fair.
Back here, you coward.
Number 7, Recoome and Berta. Dragon Ball
Oh,
Z.
damn. Ooh. And that's all she wrote for Berta.
If you dare to threaten the pride of the Saiyan Prince, he won't just beat you unconscious, he'll beat you dead. Just look at Recoome and Berta. Goku's the one
Yep,
who knocked
pretty
them
much.
out, but Vegeta still takes full advantage of the situation. First, it's a knee drop on Berta's windpipe, eliciting a crunch sound that would make even a Saiyan shudder.
Hey, stop!
Then, before Goku can even begin to argue, Vegeta sends a blast in Recoome's direction too. It's a quick and ruthless way to dispatch 2 enemies, but doing it when they're already down for the count feels particularly heartless, even for
All I can think about is Team 4-Star when they came to that image. Renegade for life. Yeah, but Vegeta, man, he wasn't having none of that. Like, no, you don't realize the longer you leave them somewhat conscious, the better chance of them recovering and getting their get back. And Vegeta was like, you know what? We ain't having that. So let's send him up to meet the king. Literally.
for Vegeta.
You know how to receive mercy, but you can't give it. Too bad. I was hoping you might have changed.
Oh, they don't deserve any favors. They're scum, Kakarot, believe me.
Number
Thank
6,
you.
the residents
Thank
of
you.
Juja Town, Dragon Ball
Oh
Z.
yes. Oh yes. Cell was an absolute monster.
Villains kill people. It's the reality of a show with power levels as
Facts.
high as Dragon Ball. But it's one thing to blow up a town with an energy beam or send a stray blast careening towards a distant planet. It's another to see Cell extend his tail and quite literally drink people from the inside out. When Piccolo arrives in poor Ginger Town, the only leftovers of Cell's feast are piles of worn clothing. The Fiend reveals himself soon after and, well, if you wanted to see someone practically melt on screen, look no further.
No lies, man. When Cell first appeared, I was like, yo, what the hell is that? But once he started like pretty much drinking people from the tail, oh, I already knew in my mind he was gonna be an absolute beast. You know what? I stood corrected. Cause man, it took like three separate sagas just to kill him. Or at least slow him down. But man, when Imperfect Cell, he came on with his first form, oh, there was no stopping him at all.
Now that we've gotten that vermin out of the way, you're next, Piccolo.
There's no better evidence that Cell isn't just a villain, he's a full-on monster.
Yep. Woo. And this is just from one town alone.
Number 5, Ice Shenron, Dragon Ball GT.
You and your evil ways turn my stomach!
Oh yeah, I remember
granddaughter
Ice
as a shield
Shenron.
is the most despicable thing you could have done, Ice.
Man, Goku really has a thing for punching through villains, huh? First it was King Piccolo, and then all the way in GT, his iconic Dragon Fist struck once again. This time, his 5 fingers curled into a blow that went clean through Ice Shenron.
No! I'll finish it!
It's a wicked
Oh,
shot.
did he ever
and
finish
somehow
it?
That's not even what puts the Shadow Dragon down for good. Once he's helpless, Goku delivers the finisher in the form of an even cooler punch, this one spawning flames and a golden dragon, just for that added dramatic
Yes,
flair. After
the
this,
almighty
you can
Dragon
consider Ice
Fist.
Shenron totally melted.
Woo. I ain't gonna lie, that finish was
Number 4, Goldo,
sweet.
Dragon Ball Z.
oh, poor Goldo.
Another day, another member of the Ginyu Force sent to an early grave because of Vegeta. The saddest
course.
part, Goldo wasn't even supposed to be fighting the Saiyan Prince. His bout was with Gohan and Krillin, but when the Green Psychic gained the upper hand, Vegeta cut in. Kind of literally. Let's just say Goldo lost his head in rage, and in a few other ways too. Afterwards, Vegeta doesn't even give Goldo the satisfaction of rotting, instead opting to blow his remains to smithereens. It's not
It only takes me back to T4 Star. Oh look, it's Goldo. You want a biscuit, boy? You want a biscuit? Have a biscuit. Ooh. Poor Goldo never stood a chance. And yep, Vegeta cut in. Quite literally and oh so figuratively. Woo!
gnarly, abrupt, and all kinds of intense. But from Vegeta, we shouldn't be surprised.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you're surprised, then you are insane.
I had my own reasons for wanting to destroy that freak.
Number 3, Smitty, Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, this idiot.
Gross, disturbing, vomit-inducing. Take your pick. There's really no other way to describe the horrifying way
Really?
Super Boo wrecks Smitty. That's right, he doesn't just kill him,
Really?
he actively destroys
Really?
the unlucky
You gotta
schmuck.
unload the
It
ammo.
all starts with a heaping dose of Super Boo, who dives into Smitty's mouth and makes him chug until he's inflated like a balloon. Then, like anything else filled to the brim, the only thing left for Smitty to do is go pop.
Woo! Explosive.
Super Boo definitely gets points for creativity. Sadly, he
That he does.
immediately loses them all on account of how he gives every Z viewer nightmares for decades. Number 2, Android 16, Dragon.
I called it. This would be up there. Because Android 16, yo, he went out in a sad, tragic way. He gave such a passionate speech to Gohan right before he was crushed into oblivion. If that ain't tragic, I don't know what is.
Ball Z.
Gohan, let it go.
Just let it go, Gohan.
It is not a sin to fight for the right cause.
Artificial
Tell
or
him,
not,
16.
losing your body in a botched self-sacrifice has got to sting. And then there's what Cell does next. Even though Android 16 is nothing more than a helpless head at that point, the ultimate life form proceeds to walk all over him, and that's putting it nicely. Gohan's devastated reaction is on the money.
Just let it go.
Ooh.
While seeing 16's head break apart is all kinds of gruesome, it's just as intense emotionally. He was a kind-hearted android who wanted to learn and grow. He didn't deserve to die. Especially in such a
it was enough to
despicable
push
fashion.
Gohan over the
If there's
edge.
any silver lining, it's that Gohan avenged 16 with a transformation scene like no other.
I won't watch this anymore!
Ooh. That yell just sends chills down your spine.
Before we continue, be
And
sure
there
to
we have the
subscribe to
greatest
our channel
moment
and ring the
ever
bell
in
to get
Dragon Ball Z
notified about
history.
our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone,
I wonder
make
what's
sure to
number
go
one.
into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Mecha Frieza, Dragon Ball Z.
Hey, Frieza!
Oh yeah, this one.
The most twisted part of this whole
Yeah, this one is forever iconic. The way Trunks did him. Whew. Yeah, you turned into cybernetic cold cuts at the end of the day. But you know what? That's what happens when you encounter another Super Saiyan. That's not Goku. And Frieza found that out the hard way.
exchange is that Frieza strolled up to Earth in his new body, really thinking he'd get revenge on Goku. Well, not only did he fail to get back at his Saiyan nemesis, he didn't even live past the very first obstacle. It's all thanks to Trunks, who shows up,
That's
brushes
sad
off
when you
Frieza's
think about
ultimate
it.
attack, and then gets to work with his sword.
Yep, that look on Frieza's face just spelled that he was screwed.
A few trims here and there, and voila! Frieza, the intergalactic tyrant,
cybernetic
is
cold
nothing
cuts.
more than homemade finger food. Evisceration via sword is definitely up there in terms
Booyah!
of painful ends, but something tells us it's Frieza's ego that took the biggest beating here.
All facts.
Okay, what do you think is the most gruesome end in Dragon Ball? Let us know in those.
Woo, man! I almost forgot when Frieza came to Earth and all mechanized and whatnot, and tried to get his get back on Goku. But lo and behold, once he got to Earth, and he really didn't last. He really didn't last a whole episode. Because once Trunks entered the fray, it was GG's, my guy. It was GG's. And when he went Super Saiyan, oh, Frieza was cooked. Quite literally and figuratively. But yo, man, I want to know, out of these deaths here that Watch Mojo has listed, which one was the most brutal? Yo, you already know what to do, man. Let the comment section have it. And as always, thank y'all for tuning in. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this one. And don't forget to tell your peoples across the globe. Now, kick it with your boys. This one gets solid time. And that ain't all, ladies and gentlemen. Please do follow your boy on social media right up and yonder. And this is your boy Blaze here saying shut the deuce. And I will see y'all in the next video. And I'm out.